The first presidential debate of 2024 between Joe Biden and Donald Trump was a highly anticipated event that even Joe Rogan had to suspend the production of his podcast for an entire week in preparation for it.
Trump was all in. He was all in. He wanted to do it. Yeah, he tweeted it. I mean, he wanted to do it. He contacted people that contacted me to do it, but I never reached out to the Biden people. I felt like if they wanted to do it, they would reach out to me. And if they did, I would have done it. But I just don't think that's a good forum for him.
No, Joe Rogan actually never wanted to suspend productions. But maybe he would have if only he was certain the debate would deliver on its promise.
Which they think will hurt other people down the party in the ticket, and they're having conversations about what they should do about it. Some of those conversations include, should we go to the White House and ask the president to step aside? Other of the conversations are about, should prominent Democrats go public with that call because they feel this debate was so terrible.
The 2024 presidential debate between Joe Biden and Donald Trump was a critical moment in the race for the White House. Both candidates brought their unique styles and strategies to the stage, hoping to sway undecided voters and solidify support from their bases, making compelling cases to the American people. The debate was marked by a mix of confusion, confidence, and controversy, reflecting the polarized political climate in the United States. Let's start by looking at how Biden outdid himself. Joe Biden's performance during the debate was a mixed bag. While he had moments of sincerity and passion, there were also instances where he struggled with clarity and confidence.
He had the largest national debt of any president in a four-year period, number one. Number two, that $2 trillion tax cut benefited the very wealthy. What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. Billionaires in America. And what's happening?
Throughout the debate, Biden seemed to have difficulty maintaining a clear and consistent message. At times, his statements were muddled, and he appeared to lose his train of thought. This was particularly evident when discussing complex policy issues, where his explanations lacked the necessary detail and coherence to resonate with viewers. For instance, when asked about his economic plan, Biden struggled to articulate a clear vision. His points were often interrupted by pauses and hesitations, making it difficult for the audience to follow his argument. This lack of clarity can be attributed to a number of factors, including the pressure of the occasion and the rapid-fire format of the debate.
Eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with.
One of the most notable moments was when Biden mistakenly said, "We finally beat Medicare."
If we finally beat Medicare.
This slip-up was quickly seized upon by Trump, who used it to question Biden's competence.
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's destroying Medicare because all of these people are coming in. They're putting them on Medicare. They're putting them on Social Security. They're going to destroy Social Security. This man is going to single-handedly destroy Social Security.
Such slip-ups are not uncommon in live debates, but they can be damaging, especially when they feed into existing narratives about a candidate's abilities. Another error occurred when Biden referred to a tax credit for electric cars as a tax cut for electric cars. These kinds of errors, while minor in isolation, can cumulatively undermine a candidate's credibility. They provide countergrounds for opponents and detract from the overall message the candidate is trying to convey.
But the problem for Biden was that Trump was able to take sometimes incredible falsehoods and turn them into some kind of argument, whereas Biden's answers were, in a lot of cases, not coherent.
At the start of the debate, Biden seemed somewhat confused and his voice was hoarse. This may have been due to nerves or the pressure of the occasion, but it detracted from his ability to project confidence and authority. As the debate progressed, he found his footing, but the initial impression had already been set. For example, during his opening statement, Biden's delivery was shaky and his voice broke several times. This early stumble set a tone of uncertainty that lingered throughout the debate. While he managed to regain his composure as the debate went on, the initial impression of confusion was hard to shake off. There were several moments where Biden's statements were unclear or left unfinished. For example, during a discussion on healthcare, he struggled to articulate his plan effectively, leading to confusion about his stance. This lack of clarity made it harder for viewers to understand his policy proposals and vision for the future. While Biden faced challenges, Trump approached the debate with his characteristic confidence and assertiveness. Donald Trump's performance was marked by a strong, confident delivery, although it was marred by numerous falsehoods. His approach to the debate highlighted his ability to dominate the stage and control the narrative, even when his statements were not wholly accurate.
In the last 4 years is not to be believed. Foreign countries, I'm friends with a lot of people, they cannot believe what happened to the United States of America. We're no longer respected. They don't like us. We give them everything they want, and they think we're stupid. They think we're very stupid people.
Trump's confidence was evident from the outset. He spoke with authority and conviction, which likely appealed to his base. However, his statements were often riddled with inaccuracies and outright lies. Despite this, his delivery was so assured that it overshadowed the lack of fact-checking during the debate. For example, Trump made several claims about the economy that were either exaggerated or false, such as stating that the unemployment rate was at a historic low, despite data showing otherwise. His confident delivery of these statements made them seem plausible to viewers who may not have had the facts at hand. Trump was quick to capitalize on Biden's mistakes. When Biden misspoke about Medicare, Trump pounced, using it to question Biden's competence and reliability. This tactic was effective in shifting the focus away from any shortcomings in his own arguments. One of the most talked about aspects of the debate was the use of muted microphones. This measure was introduced to maintain order and prevent interruptions, which had been a major issue in previous debates. While it did help to some extent, it did not completely curb Trump's overbearing style. He often spoke over Biden and the moderators, making it challenging to maintain a structured discussion. Despite his confident delivery, Trump's statements were often misleading or outright false. However, his confidence in delivering these falsehoods made it difficult for viewers to discern the truth in real time. For example, Trump claimed that the US had achieved energy independence under his administration, a statement that oversimplified the complex dynamics of the global energy market. His assertion that the economy was booming before the pandemic also ignored significant economic challenges that existed prior to COVID-19. The discussion on healthcare was a critical moment in the debate. Biden's misspeaking about Medicare provided Trump with an opportunity to attack. Trump used this moment to question Biden's competence and reliability, shifting the focus away from his own healthcare policies. Biden attempted to outline his plan to expand the Affordable Care Act and ensure coverage for all Americans. However, his slip-up regarding Medicare muddled his message and allowed Trump to frame Biden's healthcare policy as confused and unworkable. In contrast, Trump reiterated his promise to protect people with pre-existing conditions, despite efforts to dismantle the Affordable Care Act, showing the power of messaging over factual consistency.
He put it in commercials. We've notified him. We had 19 people that said I didn't say it. And think of this. Who would say I'm at a cemetery or I'm talking about our veterans? Because nobody's taking better care. I'm so glad this came up and he brought it up. There's nobody that's taken better care of our soldiers than I have.
Touching on the welfare of military veterans was another major blast that brought about outbursts from both presidents. Biden was more about defending his record passionately, while Trump denied previous derogatory comments about troops. This exchange was highly emotional, with Biden drawing on personal experiences and losses. Biden recounted his late son Beau Biden's service in the military, pointing out his dedication to veterans and military families. This personal touch was aimed at connecting with viewers on an emotional level. Meanwhile, Trump vehemently denied the allegations that he had disparaged fallen soldiers, labeling them as fake news. Unwilling to let it slip, Biden confronted Trump about his alleged comments on the military, referring to reports that Trump had called fallen soldiers, suckers, and losers.
He was standing with his four-star general, and he told me, he said, I don't want to go in there because they're a bunch of losers and suckers. My son was not a loser, was not a sucker. You're the sucker. You're the loser.
President Trump?
First of all, that was a made-up quote, suckers and losers. They made it up. It was in a third-rate magazine that's failing, like many of these magazines.
Trump denied these allegations vehemently, calling them fabrications by the media. This exchange was charged with emotion, as Biden defended the honor and sacrifice of American troops, while Trump's forceful denials aimed to discredit the reports and paint himself as a steadfast supporter of the military. So far, the first debate of 2024 between Biden and Trump provided voters with a clear view of the candidates' contrasting visions for America. The performances, key moments, and significant exchanges will likely have a lasting impact on the election. Post-debate polls and voter surveys will be crucial in assessing the immediate impact of the debate. Biden's moments of clarity and passion, despite his occasional gaffes, could work well with voters looking for empathy and a steady hand. Meanwhile, Trump's confident and assertive performance, despite inaccuracies, may reinforce his appeal to his base and sway undecided voters who prioritize strong leadership. Again, emphasis on may. The debate's long-term impact will depend on how each campaign capitalizes on the key moments and ideals that emerged. Biden's team will need to address his moments of uncertainty and reinforce his policy positions with clarity and detail. Trump's campaign will aim to maintain the momentum from his confident performance while managing the fallout from his factual inaccuracies. And truthfully, that'll be a lot of damage control on his part. Let me know what you think about the 2024 presidential debate in the comments section. Thanks for watching.